I am Kevin. You can call me Kev. I usually disagree on a lot of things. I'm pretty vocal about stuff. And to my left, the bearded freak, my little brother, Jesse.
I want to be able to walk when I'm 35.
And on my right is brother Andy.
The champ. Little poke. Tony Baloney. Jesse. Asshole.
Okay, I'm starting it right there where you guys are chugging. I want to welcome you all. If you're on regular podcast, listen to the audio version, you're just used to this. If you are on YouTube watching this, welcome. Here we are.
Hello.
You finally get to see these mugs, so we apologize now.
Lucky you.
We are Three Brothers Music and Things. If you've never heard us before, shame on you. Go tell your friends. They need to listen as well. I am Kev. That's it. That's all I got for me. I'm Kev, so call me Kev. To my left, as usual, as always, and hopefully soon, maybe not to my left. Keep watching. You'll see what that means. This is my little brother, Jesse. We call him Jess.
Hi.
So soft. He did the sexy hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
That was sultry.
And with all of our noises to my right, brings all kinds of different noises every week. It confuses me sometimes. This is our big brother, Andy. There's so many different nicknames that he's had, but one recently while he's been out on the roads being a pretend trucker because he put a CB in his little Camry. He's been talking to truckers and they've given him a nickname, and that nickname would happen to be
Good buddy.
Good Buddy.
Good buddy. 10-4, good buddy.
Are you sure that's...
Yeah, so let me just fill everyone in a little on the
I don't
backstory.
think he knows what that means.
So I am a real trucker, first of all.
I
Thank
know
you.
that's but
And
Camry's not a truck though. But.
no, I have a real American truck. So I drive with a fleet of drivers, and we travel across the country. Why are you laughing? We travel across the country together, and when I first met them, they were very welcoming, and we hit it off, and they just started calling me Good Buddy, and it was really nice. It was, made me feel like I was part of the crew, and it really helps break the ice when we meet new people or new people to me that are friends with them. They always introduce me as Good Buddy. This is my good buddy, and right away they warm up to me. They're friendly. Maybe sometimes a little too friendly, but they're friendly. And yeah, it just makes me feel good. I'm a good buddy.
I'm pretty sure that means something else, bud.
Do you want me to read what I just found?
I would love that.
What? So here, I'll let you see. So Good Buddy in the 1970s, this was the stereotypical term for a friend or acquaintance.
Yeah.
On the CB airwaves.
Good buddy.
Good buddy. He's definitely their
Next.
good buddy. Now the term buddy can be used similarly as the term good buddy now means a homosexual.
What?
That's right. 10-4 good buddy.
What's wrong, good buddy?
All your friends.
I'm Andy.
Good buddy.
Just Andy.
Does the touching seem a little easier to cope with now that you know
Let's move along, please.
good buddy really means?
Let's just move right along.
All right, we're moving right along, good buddies. I'm going to apologize now. If you did see on Facebook, we have not posted, have not done a whole lot, didn't even do any recordings because 1 out of 3 of us got real sick for a little while. This guy. So if I'm coughing, I'm going to try to get out of this mic. I'm still going to try getting you guys sick. So that's just the way this happens. I'm just going to cover my mic because I'm worried about my mic more than I am you guys.
No, that's fair.
But since we were on the airwaves,
Good buddy.
good buddy. We have recently had our New Year's, so welcome to 2022. I think we have had one episode this technically this year being posted. I don't remember.
Yes.
I can never keep up. So you guys again go back and listen. And you tell me how many of them have been technically this year. I want to know about your guys' New Year's resolutions. We actually this year, the three of us actually hung out on New Year's Eve together. Doesn't always happen. Let's before we get to the resolutions, I want to hear a real quick synopsis of what you thought New Year's, the party at your house was like, Jess, to you.
I had a party in my house.
See, and that's the reason I'm not going is because I can't really remember all of it.
No, the one thing that I was just thinking about this the other day too. After I watched our Facebook video that we did.
Oh, we did do a Facebook video from there. That's right.
I watched it over again the other day. And the Michigan game went by so fast for me. Like, I don't remember any of it.
Mercifully. It went by really fast.
I remember losing, but I don't remember watching or any of the game at all. Yeah. So
I think I remember one play when everybody was like, why is everybody looking this way? And I seen one play, and I think it was about all I really watched of it. What about you? What are your thoughts on, do you have any memories of the awesome New Year's Eve party?
Yeah, we just had fun. It was a good time. Watched the ball drop.
We did?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Shouted happy birthday to Skylar.
Skylar's
birthday.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Okay.
we gave him a big happy birthday.
I do remember that.
I think I yelled watermelon because I didn't know what we were yelling.
I must have told everybody but you to say happy birthday first.
Well, now that you say that, I remember you saying that to me.
I was going around making sure everyone said happy birthday first and then happy New Year afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I remember up till about 8:30. And I think I got there at 8, so I don't really remember much after.
You had a lot of Jello shots.
Oh yeah, that's
some
right.
Monkey shoulder.
Oh, you did have some monkey shoulder.
Did.
You loved it, remember?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, I don't remember.
You didn't love it.
I do remember it going in down my gullet a few times though. So if I didn't like it, that was stupid that I kept going back.
Yeah, right.
One thing that I do remember, you guys were not with me because we had left.
Oh,
I did not drive.
that's good.
That's probably good, right?
Thank God.
So Amy drove, and the way I get, I'm in the passenger seat, my eyes barely open, if at all. My ears are working. It just takes a lot longer for things to process. I get oh my God, and I look up, and there's a cow running across the street. This is a dirt road, literally right around the corner of your house. Like right before, it's at the bottom of the hill before you go up that first little hill.
Uh-huh.
So this is like directly on your side yard, I guess, technically. I don't even think I'm really that far out there. And there's just a black and white dairy cow just come flying across the road.
That is crazy. Yeah,
my boy's seen it. Amy definitely seen it. I open my eyes long enough to see its butt end go, and I'm like, yep.
That was a big,
And then I go like,
that was a big deer.
I kind of half slept again and right away. But then she reminded me about it in the morning. I'm like, did that really happen? I thought I was kind of dreaming. But no, there was a cow that ran right across the road right towards your house. So
Merce says, Kevin, Amy just seen a cow. I'm like, yeah, we're neighbors with a dairy farmer. There's multiple cows. She goes, no, idiot. They're just running across the road. I'm like, oh, that makes the story way more interesting.
Yeah, no, there really isn't much to that story other than it's not one of those things that you expect for, hey, it's a new year. Cow running across the road. Nope, it's going to be the same as last year. Weird things happening all the time.
You should have wrangled that sumbitch into the truck. You know the price of beef right now?
I just got a wild cow in my backyard now.
Your neighbors would have been like, I'm pretty sure I seen my cow in your house.
Gary coming down. Not my cow.
So resolutions. Did you guys kind of set any this year for resolutions at all?
No.
I know our family's not really big on that. I did. I had about 30 of them.
Yeah.
And I made sure I broke them all in the first 20 minutes before I even got home. Just so I was like, there, that's done.
I'm never going to see a cow this year. Damn it.
Yeah, right away. Number one right off the list. I was like, unexpected.
I decided I'm going to lose some weight. It's not really a New Year resolution. Kind of decided that a little while ago. That I'm going to, buckle down and try to lose some weight. So...
You can start working out with me?
No.
He ain't losing it like that.
I never get him to.
But That's my 2023 resolution.
But it's 2022.
What about you? You got anything that you're...
No, I kind of stopped doing those, God, forever ago, when I'd be all just like everybody else. You're all gung-ho on it for a while, and then within a week, you're like, that was fun for a week, I guess.
Yeah.
I really didn't either. It's just one of those things, like, it's just going to be a big letdown when you don't follow
Right,
through anyway,
yeah.
so then you get all depressed about it, but then you start feeling better because summer starts to show up, and then you're outside doing whatever, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go back to what I was going to do at the beginning of the year, and then the winter blues hits, and it's just it's the same roller coaster every year. So if you just cut out all that other crap, then you just
I feel like
do what you can.
Everyone
Just do what
has
you
like
gotta
a
do.
seasonal resolution, right? Like, oh, it's summer, time to get my beach bod on. And then, oh, it's winter. Who the hell cares about it? No one's going to see it
Right,
anyway.
the ladies are like, I'm not going to shave until April.
Yeah, right.
So they got hairy legs just like the rest of us right now,
Yeah.
so whatever.
Got the quarantine legs going.
Oh, so now that you guys are on video, those that are actually watching this on YouTube, we've mentioned this in the podcast, but Jess and I have this little thing going on where we're going to see who folds first. Either Jess will get his hair cut,
Not going to happen.
or I shave my beard.
Not going to
That will
happen.
probably happen.
Yeah, right.
So you're on his side. You think he's going to grow his hair longer before I will cut my hair? Now,
I think summer comes and your beard is going to be so itchy. That's
But
that
to
some
be
bitch
fair,
coming off.
I have an advantage right now because he did already have pretty long hair before I said this, and mine had just got trimmed before that, which is, a quarter of this usually.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
he does have like a few months on me at least.
That's true. I
would say.
haven't gotten my hair cut in a long time.
Do you want
he's
to
got
take your hat off right now and show the people on YouTube and people that are listening on the
don't even know
podcast are going to have to get on YouTube to see it?
And he's got a hair pulling baby coming too.
Yeah, look at this
Yeah,
thing.
I know,
When he
right?
goes up, this is insane.
That's
Like that
long-
is
that's
super long for
me.
him because usually it's
Sure.
about
like this
there,
is what I'm
just-
confused about. Like I'm a zero guard usually, like skin fade,
Oh yeah, you see,
and
you
this
got
is just
you got wings, but you can't tell because the whole top kind of covers it anyway.
Kind of got a Teen Wolf thing going on there.
Someone said that at work today. They're like, "Yeah, you used to look like Teen Wolf. Now you look like his dad." I'm like, nice. I just started laughing. I'm like, yeah, that's funny.
Oh, we might have to use that for a thumbnail for this one. We're gonna get you right into this thing so they can see some crazy hair or something. I don't
Kev's
know.
going to look like the dad because the dad had more of like the bushy beard.
Yeah,
So we're talking Teen Wolf 1, the original.
Because Teen Wolf 2, he was in it, but he was the uncle.
Uncle, yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, his beard is more bushy, and I think that's what yours is going to look
Mine
like if
is
you keep
very
growing it out.
underneath gets very curly
You have
and
a
starts going
big neck beard.
yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
good though.
I mean, that's what they call me right now. Is neck beard.
Neck beard?
That's where it's happening. Instead of growing this way, which is really cool, mine's coming this way, which is like I'm gonna have a shelf under my chin here pretty soon. So, all right, let's get to this. Jess, do you have a quote for us? We'd like to get smart before we have a beer of the week and we just lose whatever kind of awesome quoteness that we're gonna get here. That's a word, right? Quoteness.
Quoteness?
Quoteness.
It is now.
For Three Brothers Music and Things, here's our quoteness.
Singing in the shower is all fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera.
Uh-oh. So, moral of the story.
Who said that?
I have no idea.
Oh,
They didn't tell me online.
That's the internet.
yeah.
The internet tells us things. We tell you guys and other people. And
I believe it though.
I feel like it was a TikTok comment.
Maybe we should get the listeners and the viewers. Send us a TikTok. You make a TikTok of being in the shower and gargling some soap and singing a soap opera. We'll put it all over our pages for sure. We'll laugh about it for many weeks in a row, I'm sure.
Gargling soap.
Do not try this at home,
sounds
kids.
so bad.
It reminds me of my beard wash story.
Yeah. Run it back, Andy.
Well, that's not.
Yeah, we're going to skip that one. Now that you guys are chugging those, let's get those ones out of the way. We know that you guys are huge Busch Light fans. But we have a beer of the week. Comes all the way from not local, from what I understand. Who's got this one? Is this
one's
Andy?
Andy's.
Yeah.
Andy, do you want to do the very beginning intro of it, and I'll do some reading while you guys are taste testing?
So this is a beer I was not familiar with until I was scrambling to find something to bring in today. This
We're always
is, I don't even know what the name of the brewery is. Hofbrau? Yep.
Yeah, we'll go with Hofbrau. Yes.
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen?
Hefeweizen.
There's no way that's accurate.
So it's a German beer.
German. Okay.
The end.
Do you want to try to?
The end.
We know that these are not twists.
These are not twists.
We know that Andy will hurt himself. So will you be a good man and help the good buddy?
I always help a good buddy.
That's good, buddy.
Well, while you guys taste test this Hofbrau Hefeweizen, I know that's how it's said. It's exactly the way you pronounce that. The Germans around that are listening to us are like, that's not even close.
If there is one, tell us how to pronounce this.
Yes.
For real.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Get a hold of us and tell me that it's not Hofbrau Hefeweizen.
That'd be awesome.
So this is top fermented with unfiltered Bavarian specialty, is brewed according to a historic tradition. What happened? You guys just smelled something.
Yeah, we're smelling it. It's malty.
This is interesting.
But you had the weirdest face. I could see it without
Because it's
even
different.
looking at it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, it's the finest combination of the local Bavarian barley and wheat malt, and they're used with a special yeast. So it's probably the yeast that you smell, you yeast sniffer. So by using this unique combination of ingredients, the Hefeweizen is an unforgettable, refreshing, and fruity experience. Did you smell fruit?
Yes.
You did? Oh, okay.
That's why I made the face, because
Wait.
looking at the box, I thought there was milk in it.
Enjoy with fish and poultry, or just on its own as the perfect thirst quencher on a hot summer's day, this is not, because it is very freaking cold in the dungeon.
Yes,
So
it is cold.
what is wrong with you? What happened? Did I miss it?
You asked if I smelled fruity, and I do smell a fruity note, but the reason I made the face is looking at the box, I thought there was milk in it.
All right. I don't know if YouTube can.
Oh my
Can they
gosh.
see it? Oh yeah, I guess they can.
Zoom in. You shouldn't have to be far.
So you're. Oh my god! Will you just taste it right now and tell me what's going on? I can't. I was kind of waiting for you guys to drink that while I was reading it, but it's
Pretty good.
for a summer's day. It says.
Yeah,
That's malty.
I like it.
Very malty.
All right, give it a second. And Jess, tell me more about it. That it's malty.
It's malty.
Oh, is that all you got for it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it. There are fruit notes in there too. You can taste on the back end.
And
It's good.
I agree with what he said.
ditto.
I don't taste any milk though.
This was the original brew of Bavarian Kings, by the way, established 1589.
Probably
That-
not these bottles
Oh,
specifically, but
Crap.
no, we need these guys.
He
We
really
need them.
kicked it.
So I want you guys to realize this is probably the first beer in 9 episodes that you guys have actually brought and liked.
Yeah,
has it been that long?
It's been a lot. I don't know if it's been 9, but it's been quite a few.
Wow.
Quite a few. You didn't like the longboard thing. You didn't like the peanut butter and jelly.
I like longboard.
Oh,
I didn't like.
no,
the
I didn't like
big
you
wave
guys
or
after the
something.
longboard.
No, you
that
didn't
was
like
rough.
us after the horny monk.
Well, I didn't like that either. I didn't like you after a lot of these.
You never like us after these.
The PB and Jelly, that one was not
Oh
good.
Lord.
I did
He
not
says
like
that, but we didn't do video for that one. He says it's not good, and we had our
drank
winner,
2 of 'em.
and then you guys moved back to your regular beer, and he's still drinking another one, second can of it, and he even mentioned it. I guess
Well, it was beer, so I'm gonna drink it. I just
he doesn't let it go
wasn't
away.
crazy about it.
That's for
Yeah,
sure.
No, especially that stuff when it's like $10, $11 a cigarette.
You still have one rolling around.
There's
in the back
one
of your
right
car?
over
Probably.
there.
Oh, in one of the boxes.
Yeah, there's one that was been sitting on here for, I don't know, a while, but it stayed cool since it's down here in the dungeon where it's negative 28 degrees.
It wasn't bad. The first few drinks of it, it was all right because you got the peanut butter and the jelly taste.
So
and
it was
kinda
different,
cool.
too.
It was different, but you can't just sit there and drink.
I
them,
believe
but-
Matt said it tasted like a peanut butter and jelly that was over a week old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That the bus driver sat on.
Get out of the box.
All right, well, I think you guys will at least drink these ones this week since you like them, so that's good.
Yep.
We can go back to finding some sponsorships now instead of busting everybody.
Not if you keep calling it Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Well, it's Hofbrau. Hofbrau
be.
Hefeweizen.
What do the two dots mean?
It's
gotta be like
it's
the-
accented. Hefbrau Hefeweizen. That's how I'm pretty sure.
That's why at first when I saw it, I couldn't figure out if it was German or Mexican. Efe.
There goes our Mexican following.
Well, great. I don't know. We'll let it sit. You guys help us out. You guys are on YouTube. Leave a comment. While we're talking about YouTube, since this is, I believe, going to be the first video that we throw up there other than our really fuzzy, come check us out if you can squint
Our
and tilt your
stuttery
head
one.
and freeze frames and all kinds of fun stuff in that one. Hopefully this one looks better. Come and check out YouTube. What do they need to do with the notification and subscribe stuff?
Smash that like button.
Wow.
How about subscribe button? Not like
Scratch that subscribe button.
no more.
He just had a stroke.
I forgot to mention I'm lactose intolerant.
So there's milk in this one.
Don't forget to get that bell on.
Yeah, get the bell on. Ding
Dong.
dong.
Ding. Oh.
It's already going haywire.
What is it?
So anyways, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. All that good stuff. If you're listening, we apologize. You should come watch video on YouTube. It's pretty crazy already.
Oh, we're off to a bad start.
We haven't actually recorded in a few weeks since I was sick, so we just got to get back in the swing of things here.
Been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Here, let me help. Would you rather
Oh.
run at 100 miles an hour or fly at 20 miles an hour?
I always want to throw some extra things in there to add to it, but I think we should just answer.
Fly.
Run.
I hate running.
But at 100 miles an hour?
I'd be tired like that.
That's fair, I guess.
You know how many steps that is in 1 minute?
Yeah, but you gotta flap your arms to fly, right?
I can soar.
You fly like an eagle.
2023 is not going to get here quick enough. You're going to start working out with me.
Yeah, you better if you're gonna try and fly or run.
If you're going to fly and soar, you think this isn't going to start to get sore after a while?
No.
That's when he puts his arms down and dive bomb. Then he comes back up.
All right, this is Three Brothers Music and Things. Once in a while, we actually talk about music things. So we'll talk about some music here. I've read some stuff online, heard some things. I want to talk about the artists that are big, the big artists that make big money because they sang a song correctly and it had a nice little hook to it where everybody and their brother likes to hear it. So they pay to go see their tickets, they download their music, and they make a crap ton of money off of us. Sometimes they do some really cool charitable things. Sometimes they don't. So first I want to talk about the amount of money that they get. Some of those top echelon people, right? The Taylor Swifts, the Justin Biebers still, the big names, they make insane amount of money. And I want to know why you two have not elevated me to that level to where I can make that much money.
Well, let me get a hold of Bieber real quick
Yeah.
and see what his
Like-
successes is.
Right. How come Usher just couldn't hear us play somewhere and bring us along
Yeah,
and
right.
just skyrocket us like that?
I feel like our music isn't really down Usher's alley.
I would have changed. I would be the biggest sellout ever. Like, we play
For
classic
money?
rock, but now I'm going to play pop. I don't care. Yeah, for money. And the fame.
I can't talk about this anymore.
Oh, are you talking about Usher?
It's Ursher.
Oh,
So,
That was Ursher.
what do you guys think the artists were like before they got all that fame and all that money? Do you think there's anyone like, you know, Taylor, she was doing the country thing that got her big and then she turned pop, rock, whatever type of thing. But she seems to be cool to me. I don't know her, so I can't really say, but you know, she seems really soft spoken. Like, what do you think it was like for her growing up before she got famous? I guess my biggest question is, once fame and the money come in, do you think that changes a lot of people in positive and or negative ways? Or do you think a lot of people will just be themselves still?
I think it would change most of them in a negative way.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so too.
But why though?
Just because money gets to people's heads, like everything you do, and no matter what circumstance you're looking at, music, sports, anything, money is the root of everything for all of them.
And I think even not necessarily intentionally, I think when you've got that much money and fame, you're automatically very skeptical of people in your life and what their motives are.
Oh, yeah.
And what they're trying to get from you. And, you know, Robert and I talked about this, I think, last weekend about
He's
winning
going to
the
be so excited.
winning
You
the
said
lo-
his name.
What's up, Robert? About winning the lottery and you know how big a blessing and curse that would be, because the people that are already in your life and that you're close to, obviously you want to take care of them and share the wealth with them. But from that point forward, anybody new that comes into your life, you're automatically going to suspect that they only want to be friends with you because of your money.
Yeah.
So it really, I think, would probably change you without you knowing, that you'd become more suspicious of people and, you know, just have a lot to deal with. And rightfully so. I mean, you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork.
Is that a bad thing though, really? I mean,
I don't know.
sometimes, yeah, some I get, but I'd be skeptical of new people. Hey, you know what, I'm trying to friend you after that you just won the lottery, like you said, or whatever.
Right.
But
So, and I guess that's my point, is that changing you in a bad way, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you do bad things, but I think that has a negative impact on you, right? If you go through the rest of your life putting these walls up, that's got to be a lot of stress. Just, you know, not able to just let your guard down and be friends with somebody just because you know, have a good relationship, you share a common interest or whatever. You're always trying to figure out, like, what's their angle. This person's trying to get something from me. But I think there's other ways that it can change you for the negative too. You know, just that lifestyle of I can have anything I want, anytime I want. That's why a lot of artists get into drug habits, and I mean, you can afford it, right? You can buy as many drugs as you can shove up your nose or into your veins or whatever. Right. And I think that does have a negative impact. You don't have, you know, you don't appreciate necessarily the things that you have because you've had to work hard and scrape and set money aside to get something. It's everything you want is at your fingertips now. So I think that could change people in a negative way, and probably would do so more often than to make you, you know, make your life easier or better.
I think a lot of those people too that come into fame like that and have all that money kind of look down on the rest of us. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah, I'm this big star and I make all this money while the rest of us are fighting and clawing and scratching to make $1 or $2. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
there's exceptions to that for sure.
Oh,
There's a lot of them who are very charitable and
definitely
recognize where they came from. But yeah, I would think if I had to guess one side or the other, I would guess more people are, you know, moved like more negative than positive.
Right.
It's definitely not everybody.
Right.
We know that. But now, doesn't it make more sense if you think about those types of things, that maybe it's, I don't know what the numbers are, and if there's even statistics out there, but if you look at the way they grew up, maybe if they didn't have money, but now they do, now it's like a whole new world to them.
Yeah.
Opposed to people that already had pretty good
Like
money
Aladdin.
and they're very comfortable, and then they make that big money. Now they know how to deal with the money. Now they just have to deal with the fame side of things. So maybe the money part isn't the issue, but being in the spotlight might be. So I don't know. There's different things out there. So I've seen this thing like, Adele reportedly trying to buy Sylvester Stallone's Los Angeles mansion.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
So in 2021, Sly was asking $80 million.
Sly, I like that.
So, well,
Through the old nickname.
Well, we're friends, so I can.
Oh, yeah.
He said, Kev, my friends call me Sly. Well, actually, he's like, hey, call me
There's
Sly.
no way.
We're friends, so call me Sly.
Is that Forrest Gump?
That's not Forrest Gump. That's my buddy Sly. Man. Anyways, Adele was trying to be smart, and she's in the midst of talking and trying to bust him down from $80 million down to $43 million for his house. Wise investment for her. I don't know how many people she plans on having in the house at one time and living with her.
How big is the house?
It's a mansion in L.A. So
Aren't they all, though?
What's the plumbing like?
Yeah, right? So many questions.
I don't know. So there's just different things like that where I wonder.
Well, I'm guessing it's out in California, and a lot of times in California, you don't really know what the plumbing is.
Jesus.
10-4, good buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, good buddy.
So there are different things out there. Taylor Swift, she's one of those that gives a crap ton of money, like millions and millions towards all these charitable things. She gives tons of money, but yet there's still crazy press about her, how she writes her songs, where they come from, all this other stuff, right? So there's always negativity, not even just from them, but from us or whoever talking about them. Elton John, same way. He's got his Elton John Kids HIV or AIDS or something charitable thing, sends millions, tens of millions towards that and helps out so many kids. Beyonce, she does the same thing, a lot of it, but she also goes out and spends $100,000 or $200,000 on a pair of leggings.
Yeah.
And I guess that's how you got to put it in perspective. Like, these people give away tens of millions of dollars, and for us who will never see that amount of money in our lifetime, it's amazing. That number's amazing. But after they give that money away, they still have hundreds of millions of dollars in their bank account, right? So we give $50 to a charity, and we feel really good about that, and we should, because that's a much larger portion of our
total income.
Than $10 million is to Beyonce, right? But
so I to a point, I was just like, why would you spend $200,000 on a pair of leggings? But honestly, it's her money.
yeah,
She can spend it on whatever she wants. She got up to that level, and she has that income coming. She can do whatever she wants to it. So who am I to judge?
yeah,
Right.
I buy a bunch of crap for a podcast, and Amy's like, why are you buying all this crap for a podcast?
yeah.
Who's she to judge? Just kidding, Amy. I love
Because
you.
we make all three of you that are watching laugh. That's why.
Three of you.
Well, actually, we're up to 5 subscribers on YouTube, so
Optimistic.
so you guys,
Really?
yeah.
Dang,
I didn't
one
tell
of
you
them's-
guys that yet.
one
They
of them's
scratched
me.
What?
They scratched it.
What?
The subscribe button.
They did. They scratched it before you told them how to do it. So now
figured
they're
it
gonna
out.
go back
How
and-
did they know how to scratch?
I don't know.
They
I
smart.
don't know. So there's still okay. This one I had Kanye West down. There's different feelings about him because there's all kinds of stories about him out there. But he and Future held a surprise New Year's Eve party in Miami. And the bash was announced just hours before they kicked it off. So it's kind of like
I did hear
here
about
we
that.
are, come on in, boom. And then they kind of did that. And it wasn't like a $50 at the door thing or whatever.
I bet you Taylor Swift wasn't invited. Just saying.
Probably not.
Probably not.
He's
Even
going
if
to
she
push her
was.
right off the stage. Again.
So there's who else did I have?
Future wanted to hold it on the 30th, but Kanye's like, dude, we're not there yet.
Another one I thought was pretty funny was Nicolas Cage spent $275,000 on a dinosaur skull.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
But again,
That is why Nick Cage is in every shitty movie right now that he can possibly get himself
Jesus.
in. I read about it because they said, why did Nick Cage go from being in like National Treasure and
Gone in 60
Gone in
Seconds.
60 Seconds and
Oh,
all these
yes.
blockbuster movies, and now he's doing all these shitty like direct release to DVD movies, and it's because he pissed away his money, and now he's just like, whatever earns me a paycheck.
Wow. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
See, I would have sold out. I'd be in that position right now.
Yeah.
I'd be in a lot of B movies, just
Yeah, oh.
scraping along, trying to get back what I already.
You'd be famous, and we'd still be sitting here.
So this does lead me a little bit into my next topic.
You won the lotto?
Well, kinda.
Oh, yes.
Not really. Not even a little. But what I do want to do is, what if we were in that situation? Right? We started making, all of a sudden, this podcast blew up, and we got sponsored by Hofbrau Hefeweizen, and they threw just millions and millions of dollars at us because we keep drinking this, even though you're lactose intolerant. You're like, I'm still going to do it. I'm still drinking it.
Have you seen the box?
Everyone on YouTube's like, where is the damn Zoom button?
Yeah.
I can't. Now you're going to have to go out and buy this yourself.
Right.
And you can see. What if we had all this money and fame? Would this change you guys individually, do you think? I know what actually happened might be different than what we probably are thinking, but
Sure.
what would you like to be like if we had all that fame and money? Still yourself, or were there things that you would like to change because you have that money or fame?
I mean, everyone's going to want to change something, right? Like,
Well, that's what I want to hear about.
I don't know what I would change right now, but I would like to feel that I would be the same person I am now, but with more money.
Would you purchase more things? Because I think the first thing that you two would do is you'd find even nicer houses on even more land with
hell
even
yeah.
less neighbors.
Absolutely. We would be
Because that's what you guys like to do.
neighbors
Yes.
in between 104,000 acres.
You guys would find all this land in another state where you can do that, where there's nobody in between.
Yeah.
Like something crazy like that. Because I see that for you guys, because you guys are big hunters and you like to do all that stuff with all your land and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So I could see that. I don't think that so much would change you guys, but
Other than
It
we'd be
may
out of
be-
state.
Right.
right. Except that this would be a way better broadcast for a podcast when it's just me sitting. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Because there's no more room out in the land for me to even have a house. Because you're like, no, we hunt right there.
This 4,000 acres is taken up, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
But what about so the money side? I think between the three of us, we would have a lot more toys that we probably shouldn't have bought. Which kind of even goes into the $200,000 pair of leggings. I'd probably buy the same ones just to say I have them that Beyonce has.
Would you wear them?
I don't know.
Try them on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I tend to put things on I don't know much about backwards anyways. So, but yeah, I think we would definitely buy stuff that we probably are just wasting money on, honestly.
I do that now.
Yeah.
But so think about what you do that now times 100 million.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, wow, I'm gonna be wasting a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
So the amount of money that you'd be wasting then, I would absolutely love for you to waste on me if I
Right.
didn't make all that money.
Right.
So that's where I kind of push in, going, you know what? I'd like to give some of this money back. But like you said, all of a sudden, relatives and friends that I didn't really have are going to come out of the woodwork.
Yep.
And then you have to deal with all of that.
Well, you just remember, me and Andy have always been here for you.
That's right.
Always been here for you.
We set up that meeting with Bieber.
Oh, shoot.
I like to think I'd be more laid back, more stress free. Like when you don't have to, get up and go to a job every day that I absolutely love, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, you should. It's 2:30 on a Thursday. So do you think that's one thing I was going to ask too? If you had that much money, would you just be done with work altogether?
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
I mean, Just kidding, Ray. Yes, I would.
No more raises for you.
You know, I'd give my 2-week notice, and I'd make sure they were taken care of before I left.
I'd train the guy replacing me.
Yeah, you know, I'd stop in, check in on them. How you guys doing?
How do you do that
need?
from like South Dakota, where you
Well,
all the half of the state?
shit, everything's through Zoom or Teams or what, you know.
Throw
Just
Brian a hundo.
pop in while I'm fly fishing in Montana with John Dutton.
He's a fictional character.
I don't care. I can pay Kevin Costner to get into character
That's true.
and fly fish with me.
That is true.
So a lot of this would be like the fame side that I think we would have to deal with, because
That would be
we are
really
not
difficult,
famous.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna let people know right now, big spoiler alert,
Shocker.
that are listening or watching, we're not famous yet.
We have 17 downloads in Asia.
We do.
We're on our way.
We do have 17 downloads in Asia from the beginning of our very first podcast.
Let's get that number up, huh? Let's get that up.
So if you have any friends in Asia, please get them to come listen, or even view on YouTube and subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Smash that.
Ding dong.
Oh, that was timed perfectly.
So what about the fame side? If all of a sudden all of Greenville, I mean wherever we live, comes, welcome to West Michigan. I think everybody would be here.
We were good till you said Michigan. There's Greenvilles in every
No,
state.
that's right.
Yeah.
So West Michigan, we would be very famous. Do you think that would change us because the amount of probably soliciting that we would be getting?
Yeah.
Like, hey, give money to these
Oh,
people.
yeah,
Hey, give
100%.
money to us.
I'd
And-
much rather have the fortune than fame, because famous people, like, you don't get to just go out and go shopping and hang out with your spouse or your kids
Right.
and not be harassed constantly.
But what about the things that might be important to you? Like, I don't go down. On this show, we don't go down political or religion stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what about things that are important to you, and different things of like charities or different things that maybe your position as being so famous could help persuade or help drive a certain cause more so than your millions and millions of dollars even, or something like that. But if you could get like the nation to shift towards something that you firmly believe.
I feel like if I had enough money, I could pay somebody famous to do that on my behalf.
John Dutton.
Yeah. John Dutton.
He's watching, I can tell.
Yeah, no, I think there's a legitimate point to that, but I think it would be heavily outweighed by the fact that your whole life is flipped upside down. Like, from that point forward, you're constantly going to have people that know you and want to talk to you and meet you
Right.
and get pictures with you. And I'm sure that would be really cool at first, right? It'd be really gratifying. And
Well,
you
we'd
know,
all be going from like 3 friends to 30,000
Right,
friends almost
right.
instantly.
but I'm sure
We
it
can't
would
fit
get
us all in your basement either.
Well,
Well,
you could if
the
I
one
had
here,
Yeah.
the one here, not in Montana.
But I think it'd get old pretty quickly when you want to just have, you know, a date night with your wife, and you can't just go to the local Applebee's and get your Bourbon Street steak,
your Oreo shake.
Oreo shake,
Date night
Your
with
whipped
your
cream on the
wife.
top too.
Date night with your
two straws.
What'd you do?
One
Did you
check.
get in trouble? One check.
Next topic.
He's like, move on. I want to ask you, what about? He's all of a sudden.
Oh, man.
Did she start listening or something?
I am 20 seconds behind all you guys, apparently. I just got that.
What about you? Money or fame?
Money. I don't need to be famous.
Is it because you're scared
Of
of
what?
fame?
Me? No.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
I think so. Fame, like
Well, I mean, maybe.
most people that are famous.
I'm excited to have my own stalkers. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, right.
Like, I want those
I
kinds
knew
of
you would
fans.
be that one person that would be.
That's legit though. I can understand that. There would most people that are famous, and especially before like the last decade or so, are famous because they're really good at something. A lot of people nowadays that are getting famous are just idiots. But most people that are famous it's because they're
Have a chance.
yeah, exactly.
So they're saying there's a chance.
So most people have a talent that's recognized as being among, the best in whatever craft, acting, music, or whatever. I would love to have that part of the fame. Right. I don't know that I would really like all the people that know me and, want to know everything about me, but I'd like to have that level of talent at whatever it is that you obviously have a passion for. That would be the cool part about being famous, was just to be known as one of the best
At what you
do and what you really love to do.
So all of our buddies over at Drumeo.com. You know Drumeo?
I know Drumeo.
What?
I didn't know we had buddies. Good buddies?
Hey, all of our good buddies over at Drumeo. This is our good buddy, our big brother, Andy. He needs help. He wants to be up there with you guys. Mm-hmm. By the way, in a future episode, I got something really cool for you guys to do together. It's a really cool drum exercise thing that is insane, which I got from Drumeo, and I will definitely be doing shout-outs for you guys. It's going to be awesome. I would love the fame part.
Not surprised.
I think just like we've talked about in other situations, I think there's a combination with this. So there's kind of not like a completely 100% to this thing, because I think the fame, there's, like you said, there's aspects to that could really be, positive for you. But you guys are more leaning towards the money that will do more good. I think because I'm such a loudmouth, I think the fame would help me more than the money would.
That's probably accurate.
And I'm nervous that I'd just blow all my money anyway. So honestly, it'd be like, here, Amy, you have all the money. I don't want any of it because this is gonna go crazy. But I think if I got to that fame part, I think I could do more good, not just for me, but for humanity in general, or my friends and things that I feel strongly in. I think the money would definitely help because it helps get people to that certain point and standard of being able to help them for those things. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, you got to think all these people that are famous and have all that money, they're comfortable being that way, right? Like they did it for a reason. They didn't just happen to stumble upon being awesome at acting or awesome at being a musician or whatever. So they got to be comfortable with that. So for you to feel like you'd be comfortable with that, awesome. I don't think I would be comfortable being in that situation.
But this is where I counter it, where I know I'm not very good at anything. So if I'm comfortable at being famous, then at least I have something.
Well, he's pretty good at being famous.
I can be very good at being famous, and they'll be like, famous for what? For being famous. That's it. It's not because he's good at anything.
I'd
He's
walk
just
out of my
famous.
house with my fly down, and it would be like the talk for 2 weeks.
Paparazzi would be like,
Andy has an innie.
2. Hey, whatever it takes for money, buddy. Oh, jeez, OP.
all right. So, with the money side of things, you guys think you'd get stuff that's practical or not practical?
Both.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, for sure. I'd buy a football field.
I'd buy a
why
football
not?
team.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd be a
Professional?
franchise. Oh, of course. That'd be the most fun.
I hear Detroit wants one.
Yeah, right. A good one.
Yeah, we're from West
maybe
Michigan,
someday.
but we're still Packer fans even after this last weekend.
Yeah. Go Pack,
Too
go.
soon. Go Pack, go.
So that's that part of the show. What I would like to do is go over a list. This is a new segment. Yes.
Nice.
This is not me being excited. This is me trying to feel my fingertips.
There's a heater right there.
We
dog.
have a few minutes left, and I want to go through Kev's list. This is what I
right.
called the segment.
Okay.
It's a new segment because we haven't had one in a couple of weeks.
We haven't recorded.
We haven't had a new segment in literally
2 weeks.
2 weeks at least in real time. So Kev's list. I want to go over some things that you do when you're bored. And not here on YouTube.
Oh, good.
Remember, we're on video now. So there are things that most people do. Not us, because we are not most people and we are complete morons. Do you guys agree or disagree?
I
Agree.
Yeah, there we are. So what all of you folks that are listening and watching on YouTube will do is when you get bored, you read a book. I've read, I think we just said this a couple episodes ago, I've read 2 books my whole life, so I don't do that.
How dare you read?
You work on a puzzle?
Really?
Some people do. The internet says they do. I don't know.
75 years old and plus.
This one's kind of popular. You open your recipe books and find inspiration and new meal ideas, and you cook. Once you're bored, you just kind of like, hey, I'm going to try this new meal out. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get these ingredients. I'm going to cook. That's being really bored and taking half of your Saturday away, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't do that, honestly.
Merce must do that.
You plan your next room makeover. Apparently, when you're bored or when you want your whole house done, then you do that, I guess.
Tosh must do that.
She must be really bored because we're doing the whole house.
This never ends.
Yeah. My wife says we need 3 more rooms to redo.
These 2 are probably the most popular. People binge watch a series.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty much where we're at nowadays.
Yeah, that's
when you're bored, you're gonna binge watch Netflix, Hulu, whatever
constant
you watch
for
out of your
me.
stuff. And because we're Three Brothers Music and Things, we have to say you download some new music when you're bored, and you listen to music.
I like music. Yeah.
We do
Music's
like
good.
music. I know we don't get on a lot of music stuff here, which we're trying to change. And we're gonna talk more music.
Trust us,
But
we love music.
We love music, even when you don't know who like different bands are. That
Like Story of the Year.
yeah, like Story of the Year. You're like, who?
Just listen to that one again.
So
Still
I came
disappointed
up.
in you.
I came up with, because I know these 2 very well. I came up with the top 11 because that's an even number. The top 11 things
Is it?
3 brothers do when they're bored at home.
You came up with these?
I did, because I know enough about you guys that between the 3 of us, one of us will at least
Did
do
he?
every one of these.
Who'd you talk to?
Yeah.
Not so much. Okay, so not so much that we do these, or I think there'll be great ideas for us to do when we are bored.
Oh, okay.
How about
okay.
that?
That makes
So
sense.
we haven't done
Okay.
these. Not all of them. We may have done some.
Phew, I was going to start closing my curtains. Damn.
He's like, why is he watching? All right.
They're just,
I need you to go hit that mouse thing behind our clock so that the screen stuff fixes. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know if it's a black screen, if you still see us. I don't really know what's going on, but we are having technical things. Yep, that's good. No, good. Come over here. If you're listening, if you're listening, you should definitely check out YouTube, and you just could just see Jess's butt for a second.
my ass in there?
It was, and it looked huge.
at least my crack wasn't out.
All right, well,
My crack was out.
go on YouTube when I upload this, and you will see.
Put that smiley face emoji over there.
It covers it. All right, top
Let's just say Whitney Houston was coming out of her grave.
Oh my God, I can't.
Oh, there it went.
Too soon?
Oh man. Too soon.
Oh, jeez.
Remember, we do have What Do You Have to Say for Yourself coming up soon. But before that, top 11 things 3 brothers would like to do while they're bored. Number 1, we plan to, because I don't think we've done this yet, hide a walkie-talkie in the bushes in front of one of our houses in the mailbox and scream at people when they go by. Not so much it's going to work for any of our houses where we're
Yeah.
at right now, but maybe when you lived, either one of you lived in town or something like that.
I have Amish that drive by my house. That'd be fun.
Funny story. Real quick. Funny story. We were at a Detroit Tigers game, and we were walking from the parking garage over to Comerica Park.
Don't tell me there was an Amish.
Ford Field was where the Lions disappoint millions of people week after week.
Dozens of people.
Yeah, dozens upon dozens. So Ford Field was in between the parking garage and Comerica Park, and Kenny Chesney had a concert, I think, like that night or the next night or whatever. So all his, trucks and his tour bus,
semis and
were
everything were
we're
there.
all inside the fenced-in parking area there. And as people walked by on the sidewalk, they had a fart machine in the window of the tour bus.
Oh, really?
And it was freaking hilarious. We just stood there and watched people walk by. And,
That's funny.
Oh, God, it was funny. It was great.
That
You could
is
hear
funny.
people inside the bus laughing.
See, more things
was
I would
cool.
do even if I was famous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things
that's
like that.
true.
I'm never going to grow up. Another thing that a Three Brothers would do is randomly ask a person in an elevator if they farted. To go with your story.
Hey, there you go.
So we kind of blended the first two together off of that story. So how about another one? We would go to a pet store. We would, because we all have pets. We'd find bird seed and ask an employee how long it will take for the birds to grow.
That's funny.
So if you get asked that question, you probably see one of the three of us, and we're not famous yet,
That's
so you won't even
hilarious.
know who we are.
That is funny.
How about we make vanilla pudding?
Okay.
Put it in an empty mayo jar and eat it at the park. Just digging in.
Andy would do
Can
that.
I just
with
eat
pudding.
actual
I know,
mayo?
and then I thought about that when we did this. I'm like, Andy's just gonna be like, I don't need the pudding. I'll
no.
literally just
Yeah.
eat the mayo out of there.
Is that a discount?
Yeah.
Here's one that Andy may have already done. Ask for a Happy Meal with extra happy. You probably get sneezers, but
Yeah.
good luck with that. How about, well, you're not going to do this one. Well, maybe. This one is kind of funny. How about you follow joggers in your car and blast Eye of the Tiger? Just to keep them motivated.
Bringing it
You're
back to
helping
Sly. I like it.
them. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Wait, how come you guys get to call him Sly?
He doesn't. He's just going on a limb
He
that he
doesn't.
can. Myself and Sly are friends.
You wait till I tell him you
I-
made him sound like Forrest Gump.
I told him. He can be like, hey, yo, I don't care. How about we put a sign on a drive-through that says, speaker broken, please yell, then watch an amusement.
That'd be funny. That would be hilarious.
People with those earpieces inside, they'd be
Oh,
like, what are they
man.
doing?
Please don't yell at me.
I think for YouTube, that either right before this, maybe after this, you're going to hear a disclaimer that we have. So please don't try any of these. And we did not encourage you to do any of these. I'm just saying that we might be doing these one day. How about go up to a random stranger and begin to tell your whole life story? If anybody, I'm thinking that'd be something that I would do for sure.
Yeah.
Just be like, do you remember in second grade when Jason came over and we fought about him being on my yard or my mom's yard, and really it was my property, not his? And then, I don't know, 2 hours later, after snowballs were thrown at each other, we became best friends. It all started there. And then I just go on forever. And
I instantly remember the Goonies when he's like, tell us everything. Okay. In the third grade.
and then in fourth grade. How about sit at a Starbucks and narrate people that you see? And when the brunette walks in the front door.
You have to do it as a movie voiceover guy.
Yeah.
In a world
Where vanilla mocha is everything.
Here's a good one for both of you. You put $1 on a fishing line and fish for people on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Pretty
Gotta be
famous
quicker
one.
than that. He almost had $1.
And here's one of my favorite ones that I think we should really start doing right when we leave here today.
Uh-oh.
Since, well, we'll leave. Andy still has a couple hours of work. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, that's true.
Run up to a stranger and tag them and say, tag, you're it. No tag backs.
It's too cold to run outside.
That Andy also said he doesn't
I
run,
do
so
not
he's
run.
not going to run.
True, too.
I'll fly over and poop on their car.
At 20 miles an hour.
I'll run right through it and go. That spray.
Oh, shoot.
I'd like to dedicate this first YouTube video to the dozens and dozens of people that I've already listened and continue to listen. And without your support, we wouldn't have a dozen people listening.
That's true. That's fair.
That's my real quick shout out for those hardcore people that have listened from the beginning. More than likely, your family or really close friends of ours. If not, definitely get on YouTube and leave some comments and let us know who you are and where you're from. We'd like to reach out and make sure that you scratch the subscribe button.
And tell us how to pronounce this.
Yes.
Somebody, please.
Yes, it is definitely not Hofbrau Hefeweizen. So anybody out
if
there.
it is, I'll be surprised. Maybe it is.
F.A.
Yeah. We got a bet going on now for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, gringo.
You can't say that.
I just did.
He did.
Actually, you can say that.
So
not offensive.
I'm
definitely-
famous.
Yeah. That's why you want to be famous.
You can get away with anything. Well, not our Kelly. Not our Kelly. Too soon.
Too soon.
Not too soon
Oh
for me.
man, let's go around the horn here, and
shoot.
we're gonna do a little bit of what do you have to say for yourself. And also, I'm very surprised you guys kept it very calm today because I see 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6 still in there. Are you guys worried about the bathroom breaks that we're not allowed to take now that we're doing video?
A little bit.
How come you didn't drink more? Usually there's a bunch gone.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just grabbed a bunch like
kept
that.
handing me these. So
That might
right.
be on the next episode.
No rhyme or
if we still
reason,
have 'em.
so yes.
we're getting cheap. We're going to start recycling beers of the week.
Yeah. We'll keep this for next year.
If you didn't listen last week, the beer of the week this week is Hofbrau Hefeweizen.
Oh, that was F.A.
We figure we'll do
That's
the same
his.
beer of the week after week until somebody says something. So we finally get some
That'd be
feedback.
hilarious.
Wait a minute. This has been the same one for a while. Thank you. We finally got a comment for us.
Now we can change beers.
Let's do what do you have to say for yourself? Jess. You want to go, Jess?
Sure.
Jess, what do you have to say for yourself?
Andy's going to go fly fishing with Kevin Costner in Montana.
In Montana.
Cannot wait.
He's
It'll
very,
be glorious.
very excited about it. Hey, little buddy, what do you have to say for yourself?
I've got a bunch of trucker friends that I'm going to go have a talk with after this.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, you sounded like Sly.
You know what I have to say for myself? I'm gonna go home and talk to my buddy Sly, and I'm gonna tell him what you guys have been talking about.
Oh, yeah, great.
We want to thank you so much for checking out YouTube and watching us. And if you're listening, streaming, downloaded any of that stuff off the podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, we appreciate that also. Would you guys like to do something towards the camera before I sign us off? Because this is Three Brothers Music and Things, and we'll see you next time. See you.
Bye. Mash that like button.